This video provides details about the California VW Mitigation Trust Funding Program for zero-emission freight and marine equipment. Specifically, this video provides an overview of the program and its main features. This solicitation makes up to $34 million in funding available for deployment of zero-emission freight and marine projects that reduce NOx emissions. Battery electric, hydrogen fuel cell, and grid-tied vehicles, vessels, and infrastructures are the technologies that qualify as zero-emission at this point. There are multiple types of projects eligible for replacement, repowering, and installation funding under this solicitation. Heavy lift forklifts used anywhere in California. Port cargo handling equipment. Airport ground support equipment. Engine replacements for ferries, tugboats, and towboats. And shore power systems at berths for ocean-going vessels. It is possible to apply for funding in one or more of these categories and/or for multiple pieces of equipment in the same category. The largest possible award per applicant under this solicitation is $10 million. Within this funding limit, your project can include components from multiple equipment categories. Application review and award under this solicitation will be administered on a first-come, first-served basis. This means that this solicitation offers a rolling application process for 120 days starting May 25th until September 22nd, or until funding is exhausted. Funding under this solicitation will be provided for project components that can reduce NOx emissions cost-effectively at a rate of $280,000 per ton or less. The formula used to evaluate cost effectiveness, which is here in yellow, is a fraction based on the awarded amount divided by the estimated NOx emission reductions over 10 years of usage for the funded equipment. Note that this cost effectiveness formula is per piece of equipment or project component, not for your overall application or project. So to repeat, if you apply for funding for more than one piece of equipment, the cost effectiveness, which the VW administrator calculates as part of application review, will be evaluated individually for each project component. An important detail about this program, funding is provided on a reimbursement basis. Grantees are reimbursed after equipment is installed and operational, or in the language of grants administration, after the project is completed. This means that a grantee must fund the project upfront and then follow the documentation and invoicing procedures in their contracts to get reimbursed. Lastly, this solicitation is both open statewide and geographically focused. That is, the funding in this program has been organized to reduce pollution in geographies that most need support. This means that 25% of the funding in this program will be used to fund projects anywhere within California. The other 75% are designated for award in the state's most impacted communities. These communities, shaded here in red, blue, combinations of red and blue, and yellow, are the disadvantaged communities and low-income communities designated for California climate investments. A link to this map is at the bottom of the slide. All project locations are welcome to apply. It is the responsibility of the VW program administrator, not the applicant's responsibility, to assure the proportion of awards. It does, however, mean that an application will be competing for a smaller pot of money if a project is outside of an impacted community. So at a high level, here are the key details about this program. $34 million in funding is available for 5 categories of freight, seaport, airport, and marine equipment. Awards will be made through a first-come, first-served solicitation open for 120 days. Funding is based on cost effectiveness and is reimbursement based. And applicants may combine project components and may be awarded up to $10 million. For more information, we encourage you to look at the additional resources on the California VW Trust website. If you would like to reach out to someone from this grant program, please send an email, or if you prefer, you can also call us via phone.